Okay, we'll start with the high frequency word document, and the word we are going to learn today is ma. This is the word you might have noticed on every page of Quran, not just once but so many times. This simple word actually has so many different meanings, and one of those, ma is used for question, and ma is used for a relative noun, that which, and here ma is as no. So, there are ma for question, ma for negation, no, and ma for a relative pronoun. And it is the context that decides that what meaning of ma should be taken. Similarly, la again has so many different meanings in Arabic. The Arabic word ma is possibly one of the most flexible words in Arabic, which could be used with different meanings. There is an entire chapter later in this book which will be dedicated to this word only. One of the reasons why we consider it to be flexible is that we use it to negate words in present and past also, unlike la, which is mostly used with present verbs. We did the examples of la with the verb, and they were the present. La followed by verb, and the verbs are in present tense. But ma, he says, is more flexible. Yukhadi'una laha. Yukhadi'una laha, actually, they don't translate the entire chunk of the verse they have chosen for you. Yukhadi'una laha means they deceive. Okay, they seek to deceive, right? They seek to deceive Allah means the hypocrites. In the very beginning of the Quran, this thing is mentioned. In the first juz, Al-Baqarah, that the hypocrites, they seek to deceive Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And everyone knows that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cannot be deceived at all. They seek to deceive Allah and those who believe, and the believers too. وَمَا يَخْدَعُونَ إِلَّا أَنفُسَهُمْ. And Allah says that Allah cannot be deceived. So when they are trying to deceive Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, basically they are deceiving themselves to think that they can deceive Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One is foolish enough to think that he can deceive Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is what they are doing. So by doing so, they are deceiving themselves. And they try to deceive the believers too. And maybe for a short time they are able to deceive the believers, but not in the long run, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is always helping the true believers. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, does make them realize that how they are being deceived. And Allah protects them from this deception and plotting of the others. يُخَادِعُونَ اللَّهَ وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا. They try to deceive Allah and the people who believe. No, no use of ma is here. This is just the context. And then is wama, and they don't. And they don't. يَخْدَعُونَ إِلَّا أَنفُسَهُمْ. They deceive none but themselves. Means they don't deceive. They don't deceive anyone but themselves. So it's a simple negation like la, but la is used with present tense, and ma is more flexible. Here it is used with, here ma also is used with present tense. وَمَا يَخْطَئُونَ إِلَّا أَنفُسَهُمْ. And when I use present tense, definitely at this stage you cannot tell whether the word or the verb in question is in present tense or not. So you have to rely the teacher's understanding. Wama, and don't, yakhdauna, they deceive illa, but anfusahum, their own souls or their own selves. But they deceive none but themselves. Wama kafara, and didn't do kufr, Sulaimanu. Suleiman didn't do, sorry. Yes, Salman didn't do kufr, means he didn't disbelieve. Walakin, but ash-shayateen, the devils, the satans, kafaru, they disbelieved. Right? So wama kafara, ma is used with past tense, kafara is past tense, wama yakhda'una, ma is used with present tense. So ma for a simple negation can be used with both present and the past tense. And la, we had seen yesterday, can only be used with the present tense. And then I gave you another example of la, where la is followed by a noun, not followed by a word like la ilaha illallah. And that shows that la ilaha illallah is a complete negation of something. We'll start the Medina reader. Ad-darasul Rabi. Daras means the lesson. Rabi'u means the fourth. Lesson 4. We are going to start lesson 4 now. There are pictures with the word. So the first picture is that of a bathroom with a bathtub and a tap and a shower, towel, sink, mirror. You know, this vanity setup with the shower, bathing setup. And this thing in Arabic is called al-hammamu. Al-hammamu or al-hammam, both are correct. Hammam is this thing. Next is a room, a living room, a bedroom, you know, that thing. Al-ghurfatu, al-ghurfatu or al-ghurfa. When you say the word without ta, you would say al-ghurfa. This is ta al-ghurfatu, and when, you know, no dhamma is there, it is al-ghurfa. This one is al-ghurfatu. You know, when I put dhamma on ta, it becomes tu, ta dhamma tu. And when there is no sign on ta, it becomes ha. And this one that I annotate for you is al-ghurfa. Al-ghurfa. This is basically ta, but with no sign on it, it becomes ha. Like the real word for paradise in Arabic is jannatu. Jannatun. But when you say jannah, this ta changes into ha. This thing I have actually told so many times. And you know, so many Islamic names, they work the same way. For example, Sister Abida's name is Abida. In Arabic, this is Abida too. Abida too. But when you write the word without any sign on ta, then you will read it as Abida. Similarly, the name of the Prophet's wife is Aisha. In writing, you would write it as Aisha too, especially when the name is followed by some other word, Aisha too. But when you don't put any sign on ta, it becomes ha, and you pronounce it as Aisha. Even my own name works the same way. So most of the female or feminine nouns in Arabic, they end at a ta, which becomes a ha in case of no sign is used on ta. So basically this is ghurfatun, and with alif and lam it became al-ghurfa, and you know, because it is not followed by any word at all, so al-ghurfatu becomes al-ghurfa. It has a full stop at the end. This concept actually is reinforced in tajweed also. Next is Hamza Fatha A. Hamza Fatha, this alif is the part, You can say that this is the A part. Al-Baytu. A part, you know, tells you the proper form of a common noun. Baytun is used as al-Baytu. Everyone knows that Baytun is nakira, and when you change it into marifa or proper, it becomes al-Baytu. So al-Baytu means the house. And you know, this construction that you are going to learn today is the proper noun followed by a preposition. Fi is a preposition. Again, fi, Allah, Allah. Two prepositions are introduced to you. Fi and Allah. Fi means in. Allah means on. In, on. You know, when a common noun or a proper noun is followed by fi or any preposition, it ends at kasra. Al baytu becomes al bayti when you use it with fi. And in that case, you know, alif sound is also gone. Fa connects with lam. This is also the tajweed rule, and you have been doing it in your tajweed lessons. So fil bayti. Because of preposition, al baytu becomes fil bayti. Alif is dropped. This is Hamza. Hamza Wasli. You know, the real name for this Hamza is Hamza Wasli. Hamza Wasli means the Hamza that is dropped. Like the word Allah. The word Allah also begins with Hamza, like Allahu. Allahu. But when you say Bismil, Bismil, alif sound is gone. Bismillah, this alif sound is gone. Bismillah. Similarly, you know, this alif, al baytu, alif sound and lam sound. But when you say fil bayti, alif sound is gone and lam sound remains there. This is the simple rule to connect the proper noun with a preposition, and it will end with a kasra in the end, not a kasra thing because it is proper noun. It is masjidun. Basically, the nakra form is masjidun. The proper form becomes al masjidu, followed by a preposition. Al masjidu becomes fil. Alif sound again is gone. I have given you two examples, al baytu and bismillahi. So alif is gone. Fil masjidi. Masjidu becomes masjidi. Then this word basically is maktabun. Maktabun means the desk, writing desk. In proper form, it becomes al-maktabu. Tanween is gone. Simple dhamma remains there. With a preposition, it becomes alal. Allah means this is Allah. When you connect it with a proper noun, Hamza is dropped. Hamza of al-maktab is dropped. And two lams connect to each other. Alal. Alal maktabu. This ya is also silent. Alal maktabi, sorry. As-sariru. This word basically is sarirun. When you change it into proper from common, it becomes as-sariru. Tanween is gone, single dhamma remains. When you use it with a preposition, alif and lam sounds both are gone. Lam sound actually is already not there. This is seen is a sun letter. And in the sun letters, when you introduce alif and lam with them, lam does not pronounce. Lam doesn't make its sound. So, sarirun, common noun, nakira becomes as-sariru, proper noun, marifa. With the preposition, it becomes as-sariri, not alal sariri, like alal maktab, because meme is a moon letter. Alal maktab, meme is a moon letter, so you would say lam sound here, but alas sari, lam sound is removed because this is seen is a sun letter. And this concept of sun letter and moon letter, you already have done. We did it, I think, on Monday or Tuesday, we did this concept. Seen is sun letter, meme is moon letter. And you know that with the moon letter, the lam sound of alif lam is pronounced. So alal, la sound of Allah and al maktab lam sound of al, they join together. It becomes alal maktab. As-sarir with alif and lam doesn't sound the lam sound. This is not al-sariru. So al-maktabu and as-sariru are different. Al-maktab is the moon letter. Mim is the moon letter. As-sariru, sin is the sun letter. So when you connect it with the preposition, it becomes, it ends at kasra. Sariru becomes sariri. But this lam still doesn't make any sound. Instead of saying alal sariri, we say alas sariri. Alas sariri. It's a new concept. Maybe you have problem understanding it, but with the continuous repetition, I'm sure that you will be able to understand. I would repeat all these for examples for you once again. You are being taught some new vocabulary with the help of these pictures. The first picture is that of a bathroom. A bathroom. I don't know whether you call it toilet or whatever. A bathroom in Arabic is called al-hammamu, and all these different objects shown, they have their different names in Arabic too. But it's the overall picture that is given the name al-hammamu. The common noun is hammamun. When you introduced alif and lam, the lam sound has a jazm sign on it. It means that lam sound is there. Al-hammamu. But it is not shown as al-hammamu because of the full stop. It means it has no further word. If it had any word after that, it would definitely would be al-hammamu or hammami or hammama. So next is al-ghurfatun. Basically, the word is ghurfatun. It's feminine noun, not masculine, because of this ta. When you make it proper noun with alif and lam, it becomes al-ghurfa. Basically, it is al-ghurfatun. Why no dama on ta? Because it's just a separate word alone with nothing after that. If it had some word after, following it, then it would be definitely used as al-ghurfatu or ghurfati or ghurfata. So ghurfatun, al-ghurfatu. The common forms and then the proper forms, and the proper forms without dama and with dama are shown to you. And you must be knowing that when this dama is used and when it is not used. When it is the last word of a sentence or it is the only word as shown to you here in this case, it won't have any single dama at the end. But if it is followed by some other words, then definitely it would have a dama or maybe it may have a fatha or even a kasra on it. It means it would have, if it is followed by another word, the last letter would definitely have a haraka or a sign on it. What is the second picture? Sorry, second picture is ghurfatu. Ghurfa is a room, not door. Door is babun. This is the room. Al-ghurfatu means the room. Sister, is it clear to you? And ghurfatun is a feminine noun in Arabic. Hammamun is masculine. How can we tell that hammamun is masculine and ghurfatun is feminine? Because ghurfatun has a round ta at the end. This round ta at the end is a sign of, noun being feminine. Hammam has no such indication. And now we are going to look at the examples of the proper noun that are followed by a preposition, and when they are followed by a preposition, the last haraka, which is basically the default last haraka, is dama, which changes into kasra. Al-baytu. Baytun is the common form. Nakira. Al-baytu is the proper form. Marifa. Right? So single dhamma is there. And when you use this with a preposition, the same word, the proper noun is followed by a preposition. In this case, the preposition is fi. This alif, al-baytu, a sound is dropped. You won't say fi al-baytu, no. You connect fa with lam, fill. Fa kasra, lam fill. This ya is already silent. Fill baiti. Baitu becomes baiti. Exactly the same thing is occurring with the next example. Masjidun is the common form. Masjidun is the nakira form. And the proper form is al masjidu with a dhamma, single dhamma, because you know when you introduce alif and lam, dhammatain is gone. Double dhamma is gone, single dhamma remains. And sometimes even that single dhamma is not shown, it's not written, because obviously everyone knows that dhamma is still there, whether it is put on dal or it's not put. Al masjidu followed by the preposition fi becomes al masjidi, the last sign. Dhamma sign changes into kasra. Like fil baiti, it's not fi al baiti. Similarly, it's not fi al masjidi. No, alif is gone, dropped. Fa connects with lam, fil masjidi. And then is al maktabu. Al maktabu basically was maktabun. Common nakira becomes al maktabu, proper. And then is alal maktabi. Lam from Allah and lam from al maktab. They join together. The two lam join together. Alif again is dropped. Alal maktabi. Because al maktab meme is the moon letter. And with moon letter, the lam of alif and lam is pronounced. But seen is the sun letter. With the sun letter, the lam of alif lam is not pronounced. You can't say al sariru, no. As-sariru. So lam sound is already not there. When you join it with Allah, this lam goes on to sin. Allah's lam and sin join together. And ya and alif and lam, these all become silent letters. Allah's sariri, because it is followed by a preposition. Sariru becomes sariri. So there are 2-3 main points that need to be noted, that with preposition, the last dhamma changes into kasra. And when you connect a preposition, a proper noun with a preposition, alif mainly is dropped, like al masjid, is gone. La is there, but is gone. Al baytu, this is gone. Lam is there, fil bayti. Alal, al maktab, al. So, you know, alal, it's not ala al maktab. Alal, alif again is gone. As-sariru, not only alif, but lam is also gone, because sin is the sun letter, and lam doesn't make any sound at all. It's just Allah, lam of Allah that connects with sin. It gives the joint sound lus, alas, sariri. So this is how it works. It needs a bit of your attention, but inshallah, because we'll repeat it many times and you'll learn it. Any sister who wants to ask a question.